What is it? Can't you see that I'm in the middle of a pep talk?
Yes, we will build our own rocket using this and whatever else we can find.
Yes, you all heard right. I am doing a Wish rewrite. Here's what you need to know. First, I am rewriting the songs and I am hosting singing auditions. Now, before, it was just for the King, the Queen, and for Starboy, but I have officially decided that I am now opening up auditions for Asha, and I am closing auditions for Amaya. If you auditioned for Amaya, your audition could still count for Asha if you would like it to. Because a lot of you did send in good auditions, it's just I didn't feel like a lot of people were really fitting the part. And like maybe I'll pull a Brad Bird and just do it myself, you know, Edna Mode style. Also, just a side note, I think maybe the biggest problem with that song in general is that I recorded it in a higher key. Maybe that's what's really wrong. I don't know. Anyway. So if you're interested, you can duet my audition videos here on YouTube or on TikTok, or you can send your audition tapes to my email at rapsmachine@gmail.com. That's rapsmachine, RAPSMACHINE, one word lowercase, @gmail.com. Auditions will close on January 31st. Will I be having regular old acting auditions? I don't know.
I never thought I'd get this far.
Probably not just yet. My main objective right now is to just get the animatic done, and then I'll just do the rough voice lines for it, and if people like it enough, I'll probably have open auditions and we'll actually get it going into more of a production. Right now, my main focus is just the songs, the script, and the storyboard. That is my main objective right now. Now, a lot of people have been worrying about whether or not I'm gonna get sued by Disney over this, so let me just calm your fears for a minute, okay? Disney is not gonna sue some rinky-dink YouTuber like me over just the things I've already posted. This is small potatoes for them. They might, however, send a cease and desist, which is a fancy way of saying stop or we'll make you stop. So in order to prevent that from happening, we're gonna need to take some precautions. From now on, this project is not Wish. It's a totally different movie that has no relation to Wish whatsoever. I call it Alicia and the Kingdom of Starlight. Let's meet the cast real quick. This is Alicia, the plucky, optimistic dreamer, and our leading lady. Here's her family, including her brothers, sisters, mother, and grandfather, plus her little baby goat, Dominic, who does not talk. These are the antagonists, King Celestino and his wife, Queen Catalina, joined by Catalina's, can you guess, sneaky cat named Sombra. Alicia is not alone in facing them, though. She is joined by the curious and fun-loving Aster, the Star Child. And together, they go on a journey to save not just Alicia's kingdom, Estralas, but also Aster's home, the Kingdom of Starlight, Etheria. Now, this is a big project, so in order to make it more manageable, my plan is to break it up into little chunks. I'll make the first 5 minutes in animatic form, then I'll make the next 5 minutes, and so on and so forth, releasing on a bi-weekly schedule until the whole movie is finished. If anyone has any artistic, acting, music, or otherwise skills they'd like to volunteer, or just ideas in general for how I can make this project more professional, or more smooth, or whatever, they are more than welcome to offer. However, I will say that most of the character design and the animatics are currently being handled by me, so I would mostly need help in other areas. Writing is also being taken care of by me and a small group of friends. But if you have any ideas, please share them. Who knows? They might make it into the final product. And yes, you will be credited in the writing section of the credits. I feel like I need to reiterate though, just in case, This is a volunteer thing. I wish I had the money to pay people. I don't really. However, I will make sure to promote the snot out of you because I want you to get as much visibility from this project as my little YouTube channel can dish up because you deserve it. Lastly, I wanted to say this. The reason I am doing all of this is twofold. First, I am ashamed of Disney right now. Some people enjoyed the film, I know, and if that's the case, why are you watching this? Go, enjoy the movie, leave us alone. But the rest of us, myself included, we know what this was supposed to be. This was supposed to be their celebration of 100 years of Disney magic.
Oh, good find, Valentino.
My butt found it.
And they failed. More than that, they didn't care. Sure, maybe there were some artists involved who did, but from what I can see, no one in charge did. Especially not the higher-ups in the company. Looking at you, Iger! After all, they have no obligation to make art. They have no obligation to make history. They have no obligation to make a statement. They just want money.
Buckets of it.
So they wrote musical numbers that weren't meant for the movie and were only meant to be catchy pop songs that would sell. And they took all these references from past Disney films, not because it made sense or were good artistic decisions, but because they would sell well. We could have had hand-drawn animation and Starboy and decent musical numbers, but they actively chose not to give us that, in the interest of making cheap money, as well as other reasons that I'm sure I don't know about. And if you don't see a problem with that, honey, you're a consumer. You are their target. They rely on you and your money because they know you don't care whether or not the movie you're watching is good or garbage. You'll still pay to go see their movie, and you'll buy all their merchandise, and you'll go to their parks like a good little consumer so they don't have to try so hard. It's all about
Money.
That is why I personally am ashamed of Disney. I can't fault them for being a company and needing to make money, but it's clear that that is the only thing they care about, above artistry, above integrity, and even above their own founder's philosophy. And I genuinely do not think Walt would be proud or happy about any of this one tiny bit. The second reason is because I'm an artist, and I was inspired by the original concepts that the writing team, for some reason, just threw away. I don't care whether it was someone in the writer's room or one of the higher-ups. Whoever it was, you done goofed. We all agree. This is what we wanted.
Not this. This. Not this. Winner, loser.
And I, as a young writer and as an artist who took a class with Phil Young, one of the Disney animators who worked on Mufasa, Mrs. Potts, and many, many more, I feel like I have a shot at making something good out of this. I want to make something good. As an artist, it is my most basic instinct to create good things. As a Disney fan, I want to celebrate their first 100 years properly. And rather than just sit and complain about how much I don't like the movie, I am here putting in hours of work to show people that we could have had it so much better. To give them something better that they can enjoy and love. And as Walt Disney once said, if you have a great idea, you can't just tell someone about it. In order for them to understand and get excited, you need to make something. So here I am, taking a risk and making something that I believe in. Just like Walt did when he made Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the first full-length animated feature film in the history of ever. I know it's a much smaller risk, but still. And the best part? We're having fun! I love creating and I love collaborating with all of you. This has been such an amazing experience so far, and I'm glad that I'm able to inject some positivity into the world. So let's stop complaining and let's start creating. Let's create the films we want to see, the films Walt would have wanted to see. Let's dare to be different. Let's be brilliant today. This is where the fun begins.